And we have a lovely lady that came to talk to us today, Dr. Venus Opal Reese. She has a book out called The Black Woman Millionaire, a revolutionary act that defies impossible.
Yes.
All right. How are you?
I am fanning out over you. I want you to I'm like, oh my God. I'm like kind of swoon in your arms. Like, oh, Donnie. I'm having a moment, and I love your wife. She came and loved on me, and it's just been, your team has been amazing to us.
Yeah,
I just feel very,
people.
very honored to be in your space.
Wow. Well, thank you. How nice.
It's true.
Well, I'm honored to have you here.
Thank you very much.
And your lovely wife, Lisa. It's
Yeah,
good
Lisa's
to
perfect.
meet her. Yeah. Oh, man. It's really great to have you.
Thank you.
So tell me about your book.
Well, this book, The Black Woman Millionaire, The Black Woman Millionaire, a revolutionary act that defies impossible, was turned down by 30 top publishing houses.
I read that.
I know.
And how do you still go on?
Let me tell you what happened was. So,
Okay.
I had this big deal agent that I was like impressed with. I felt like, around somebody.
Yeah.
And when I signed with them in 2016 when President Obama was in office. They start pitching when 45 got into office. The climate had changed.
Yeah.
Big time. So they told me that the reason that the publishing houses did not want to publish the book was because they didn't believe there was a market for it. That black women didn't want to be millionaires.
Really?
This is what they said. They said this, and I'm like, how does this work? And they said that, well, how about a career guide?
Oh, my goodness.
And I don't think they were trying to be insulting. I think they were trying to be helpful. And this is what I believe. I think fundamentally that, how can I say this delicately? God help me, please. I curse, cry, and pray all in the same breath, but I will not do it on anybody else's platform. So I believe that, I don't want to say white people, but I really do mean white people, that they don't see us as owners.
Yeah.
They don't see us.
Yeah.
They don't see us as people who want to be entrepreneurial. They only see us as a workhorse, a cash cow, a beast of burden, or a scapegoat. So they can't have vision for black women having our own. We've always marched for other people, but who marches for us? Who takes care of us? Who makes sure that we're fed? And if we do it on our own, now we're selfish.
Yeah.
So I'm just done with it. I can't do it. My nerves too bad. We need to actually be able to have our own money, because until you have your own money, you will always be a slave.
Wow. I love that. You mean our own money, even with our pictures on it? Like when I went to Jamaica, I was like, man, I love this. These black people on the money.
That's impressive.
Same thing in Africa, you see black people on the money.
Yes.
Well, we're going to have that soon, though. We'll have Harriet
Yes,
Tubman
we
on
will.
the 20th.
Yes. Now that's a step in the right
I know
direction.
that's not what you're talking about.
But it's important because it's historical. It's important that Harriet be on the $20 bill. Without her, we wouldn't have we would not have the women's movement. We would not have feminism.
Right.
We would not have the end of slavery. So there's something to be said about the power of black women in terms of social, cultural, and financial change.
No, without doubt.
So I think that the reason
Y'all
I wrote the
saved
book,
us down in Alabama. Was that out?
Yes,
Yeah.
when they voted the guy they voted that 98%. Yep.
Right. Always saving us.
That's right.
Always,
That's right.
but no one saves us. And that's the biggest challenge I have with black women. A black woman will sacrifice her life for whom she loves. She will give up her dreams to make sure her children have a better life than she could ever have imagined. She will pour into her love with no regard for herself to get his or her dream off the floor. But when it comes
you sound
to
like you're talking
her,
about this woman sitting right next to me.
Well, she did ask for a copy of the book.
telling
I'm just
you.
saying. She did mention it.
It's never
But
too
seriously,
late.
she sacrificed, she made all those sacrifices for me, to
Yes.
get me through college and stuff.
I think that's love. But
yeah.
that's my whole point. And I'm glad that you can appreciate it because you can speak back.
Yeah.
But a lot of times it's taken so much for granted that we assume that in order for us to get your love, we have to earn it, work for it, overcome something, or prove it.
Wow. Yeah.
Real talk. I'm just saying. And this is the thing. The reason I wrote the book is because I know that the way that you do money is not the way we've been taught. We've been taught to work to make money. You cannot work to make money. That's such a residue from the institution of North American slavery, or working class mentality, or the Industrial Revolution, depending on who you're reading. But the bottom line is, wealthy people don't work. We don't do that. It's insulting. I think everybody should give up working. Just stop it now. Just give it up, right? And I know that sounds that sounds like revolutionary, but it is, because until you learn that your money isn't made through your effort, it's made through, or actually manifested through, your energy. A little woo-woo. Let me break it down a little bit. So, if you think about slavery, slavery required energy, like literally picking cotton is an energetic exchange, right? A cowrie shell or a piece of gold, right? Black women, we were the energy force that birthed this nation. And no one counts the energetic exchange of money. So you can't touch something that's not there. It has different symbols and signs that it stands in for, but it's like the paper that we use 40 years ago, we're not using it anymore. No. Now we're doing dashes and zeros on a screen with a plastic card. You know? Yeah. So it's just, I'm just at a place where if I can reach more black women and the brothers who love us, not the ones who are still mad at their mama, but the brothers who really love us. It's important to know there's a difference. But I'm just really committed that we heal our way to 7 figures. Yeah. I was on the streets eating out of trash cans and sleeping in urine and beer. And I only had... I must be. I think my emotions are running high today. But my life is a miracle. Yeah. And so it was a black woman, my 9th grade math teacher, who saved my life.
Really?
They gave me a shot at this. It wasn't. It was love.
How?
Well, I'm just trying to figure out how to enter that is appropriate for your platform. I was born into a history of hurts. I was born into a particular situation that had a lot of negativity. And so by the time I was 16, I was on the streets, but things had already been going bad long before I got there. And I prayed, Donnie. It wasn't even fancy. It was like, God, please help me. And the answer to that prayer came in the form of a teacher, an inner city high school math teacher. And she did so many things that helped me. Some of it's in the book, some of it's not. But fundamentally, she taught me through her actions that I mattered, that I wasn't a piece of trash that you can toss away. And it's because of her love, her tangible support, tangible love, that I eventually graduated from Stanford University with a second master's and a PhD. We went from, I was a 10-year professor, so I did a whole academic thing, but we were able to take my survival that had kept me alive on the streets and turn it into a system that fast-tracked us to the $1 million mark in less than 3 years. And our company, Define Possible, has done over $4 million in the last 5. And we don't have loans. We don't have an angel investor. We never pitched. We're not a minority-owned business. We're not a certified-owned business. It's a cash-based business. So the model is ridiculous. And most black people do not know how to make money from what they know. They only learn how to earn money through what they do.
Right.
So you can't really scale.
So true.
You can't scale.
Wow.
Or leverage.
Yeah.
So
the book is more than just how to make money. I mean, it's how to
heal.
How to heal.
I don't think it's about. Here's the thing. Everyone hears Black Woman Millionaire, but very few people actually deal with the subtitle. A revolutionary act that defies impossible. And the revolutionary act is not the money. See, the money is the easy part. The part that takes everything you got is the healing. Because you're healing a cultural consciousness at the level of self. So until you're willing to stand for yourself through your money, we will have generational debt ad nauseum. But it's a healing thing. It's not a money thing. Money, I can build you out a 7-figure business in about 5 to 7 minutes.
Wow.
It's not hard, but that's a street thing. I can flip it. But it's not money. If you learn how to make money from what you know instead of what you do, you'll start noticing that we live in a environment where information is more valuable than time. You know what I'm saying? So the game is to learn how to, what will people buy from you? And I can hear it because I can hear what people aren't saying. It's a thing I learned on the streets. It kept me alive.
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes.
I'm sorry, because you talk about this healing, but it sounds like it's also a change of a mindset and a change from assuming that, oh, this is all I can do and that kind of thing.
Almost. See, mindset implies volition. Can you hear that? I can change my mindset. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like willpower. If I'm strong enough, I can change how I do what I do. That's the implication. That implies volition, that you can do something about it. Survival, which is where most people live in terms of their money, whether you're rich or not, is all stimulus and response. You know what I'm saying? It's all, it's a physiological condition that releases chemicals in your brain when you're threatened. So you either flee, freeze, or fight. And when it comes to money, Black people across the board, we don't even consider, not because it's a mindset, because it's a blind spot. We don't believe we can. And to be fair, I can see why. No one's telling us. You know, no one. There's a whole world in which Black people by and large, okay, we have not been socially rewarded for having our own. Now, in Durham, North Carolina, we had Black Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? And then the Ku Klux Klan came in, blah, blah, blah. But once we started to identify ourselves with individualism, not a collective, then that's when the demons came in. You know what I'm saying? So it's more than a mindset. It's a behavioral shift that has to do with confronting all the places where you've given up on yourself, where you stop dreaming, where you stop believing, and where you stop hoping, and turning the tide.
Pam wanted to ask you something.
I saw on your bio that you launched your book on Facebook Live.
Yes.
Yeah. And I was thinking how wonderful it is that we have that nowadays,
Yes.
because Donnie and I were really good friends with Elin Harris.
Oh, my God,
Yeah,
yes.
love him.
Who doesn't?
May he rest in
Great
peace.
guy, yeah.
And when he was first trying to get Invisible Life started, he sold books out of his car because there was no internet and Facebook. So you're very blessed that you had that available to you.
I am blessed to be born in this time period.
Exactly.
This is the most amazing moment in history for Black women to become millionaires. We have access to things that we could not have done before.
Exactly.
We have access, support. The gatekeepers are literally dying. Okay, they're fighting, but they're going down.
Yeah.
And you don't need to beg somebody to help you. I am not okay with that.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times as Black people, but specifically Black women, we think that we need to have favor in order to win. Well, what if you can do it on your own terms? You know what I'm saying? Like, do it on your own terms.
Yeah, do it.
Write the check. And it doesn't take that. It's not as hard as you think.
All right, let's cut all this stuff. Let's end this.
Remote, I say. I want a copy of that book, girl.
Well, you should come if you can. You should come play with us on tomorrow. Oh my God! Baltimore, Washington, Virginia has showed out. We're up to 226 tickets sold.
Wow.
That's crazy. Normally, until the bestseller, we were happy to have 50, 75, 80 was a good day.
To what? What's the event?
Oh, the event is the Black Woman Millionaire tour stop. So we're doing a national tour, and tomorrow we're doing it at the Inner Harbor Marriott, and at 1 o'clock, from 1 to 5. The book signing, if you want to just get the book signed and get an autographed copy, it'd be from 11 to 12. Okay. But if you want to actually learn the secret sauce that we've used to go from 47,000 as a teacher, as a professor, and over a number of years to generate multi-millions, I'm going to cover that.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you,
Okay.
I'm going to teach you some of the strategies and secret sauce so you can do the same.
That's very cool.
But thanks for listening to me.
Man, please, thanks for coming. You are amazing.
You're very kind.
very engaging.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Okay.
so
Again,
much.
Dr. Venus Opal Reese. And the book again?
Okay, the book is The Black Woman Millionaire, a revolutionary act that defies impossible. And if you go to theblackwomanmillionaire.com theblackwomanmillionaire.com, you can get the book. But if you want to participate in the tour, whether you're in Baltimore or if you're in Chicago, LA, it's all over. Go to theblackwomanmillionaire.com/tour. And I can't wait to see you and give you a hug.
All right.
That's great.
God bless you.
That's great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
really
much.
appreciate
I
you.
appreciate
You're awesome.
you.
What a story. All right. 4:37. I heard magic.